Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. So let's take a look here at the Bitcoin chart, and I think I need to make something very clear, because I always see it in the comments, people getting nervous when these prices are happening, these price moves are happening as they have happened today, yesterday, across the crypto market with altcoins, with Bitcoin. We can clearly say that these coins all currently try to break out. They try, for now at the moment. It is unclear if they will do it, if we are going to go back into a bull market or an very extended move up, or if this is just a small correction and we will come down. This is just at the moment unclear, and we have to be very honest. There are certain limitations to TA, and it can't really look into the future. Yes, we can forecast price movements, especially with the Elliott Wave method, very accurately, but it is currently really here a tough time. And we need to be very, we need to observe the markets very closely. So just to make everybody understand where we actually come from, because this is very important. So back in November, December, so I think it was here on the end of November, I told you that if we drop below, I think it was here 56K, 58K, whatever, we will come down into this price region between 20 and 28.7K. I always told you, as soon as we get there, the price can turn around. And this target area for me was always a possible turnaround space. The same way it was for the altcoins, and all the altcoins that I do cover have reached targets, all of them. Yes, some of them went through, dropped even a bit lower, but they all reached those prices. They all dropped 60-70% from the point on when I told you they will drop. They all dropped to these target areas. So it has hopefully saved a lot of people a lot of money. They have all come into these target areas. And I've always told you, please do not wait for the lowest low. Anyone who wants to buy, and I can't tell you to buy or not, I'm not your financial advisor, but anybody who wants to buy, I believe that these target areas, they are, especially long-term, fantastic levels to buy. But of course, I can't tell you now that all these cryptos, they have reached their target areas, including Bitcoin now as well. Bitcoin was one of the last ones. Of course, it can still drop lower, and that is what we don't know. We are currently in a turnaround space, and we just need to wait for a signal of the market now. But from a long-term view, we have reached all these target areas. We have reached them, and Bitcoin, including all the altcoins, they have completed the requirement for this correction that I talked about in November, December. So they have done what they need to do in this pattern. Here for Bitcoin, this was an A, B, C pattern, an expanded flat pattern, where in the wave C, we need to come lower than the previous low. Bitcoin did that. A lot of people doubted it. And I really did stick here to my target area and focused on it. And in the end, we did get there. And from here, we have to be very clear. The low could be in. I've been saying that in maybe not every video, but pretty much every second or third video, that the low could be in at any point now. Therefore, please, nobody should be surprised should Bitcoin now really go to new all-time highs. It is just what it is. Nobody should be surprised. And I don't want to see these comments, I don't want to see them. And I can't be clearer. Bitcoin can have the low in, and I did say that to you when we reached the 25K level. I still expect a lower price level, and my primary expectation hasn't changed. I still expect it, but I just need to reply or react to these comments, because there's a lot of inexperienced people in the space. That is just what it is, and that's fine. Everybody needs to start somewhere. But I think what is dangerous to do is always try to fish for the lowest low, because you often won't get it, and that is just what it is. So we are at the moment 32K. For me, long-term, amazing prices. We have to understand that. A lot of the indicators, also long-term indicators, Bitcoin indicators, crypto indicators, on-chain indicators, they are currently all in accumulation phase territory. So yesterday with the channel members, I shared the Z value. That is a value that shows or looks at Bitcoin from a fair value point of view, and it's currently undervalued from that indicator's point of view. And a lot of indicators I presented to you before, they are pretty much all indicating that Bitcoin is currently in an accumulation phase territory. So please, nobody should be surprised should Bitcoin go to new all-time highs. the possibility is there. It hasn't been there for the last 6 months until we reached target area, but we did reach the target area. And from that point of view, I told you the low could be in. So, and this is where then also TA gets to its limits. Yeah, we have to be very honest about that. But therefore, I also show at or look at Bitcoin currently from a very, very short time frame point of view, because generally I don't expect that the low is in. It can be in, and I gave you a probability in previous videos. I would say the low could be in. I would give it 25 to 30% probability. And that is based on this medium term, short term wave structure, the Elliott wave structure, which at the moment just doesn't suggest that the low is in. This at the moment is a 3-wave structure, a WXY pattern. And in this WXY pattern, basically, it is just a 3-wave move, which would indicate that after this move to the upside, there will be another meltdown to the downside, and there will be another lower low. And everybody just has to be prepared for that mentally, but also everybody has to be prepared for prices now to go up. Yeah, very, very clear. And there are these phases in the market where we just don't know, and this is just something we have to acknowledge, because in all of these wave moves down and even up here, I've been very clear and told you the low isn't in, the low isn't in, the low isn't in, the low isn't in. When we then reach the target area, I told you the low could now be in. Yeah, but of course I don't have the crystal ball. I don't know. It's all probabilities. And even though I think most likely the low isn't in, we all have to understand that unlikely events happen all the time. So this is just to understand that, please, because I don't want to have anyone tell me when we are back at 45k, oh, you told us the low, there will be another low. Yeah, of course, that's my expectation. But all cryptos have completed the requirements of the correction, and at any point in time they can now move up. And this is just something very important to understand. Yeah, and anybody who doesn't understand it, it's what it is. So this is now where we here are. Yeah, and this is at the moment a very clear 3-wave structure. The structure is horrible, absolutely horrible. Yeah, this is not a breakout structure. I can't see it. I guess with a lot of moving around, you could make that a possible breakout structure, but you would need quite a lot of creativity, let's say it like that, to make that work. I guess you can make it work. But for that, we would then need a wave 1, 2, 3. Yeah, the 3 would need to go higher, and then we would need to come down in a wave 4 and a wave 5 to the upside. So this would be a first impulse that we can then see, and this would then come down in a correction once more. And this would then be, if we then make a higher low, be another opportunity for anybody who wanted to wait and hasn't bought yet to get into this market. Yeah, that is how I see it. This is how I see it. But generally, primarily, I still expect a lower low. Yeah, and I'll get to that in a minute. But what would need to happen so that I don't expect a lower low anymore? Well, I told you that before. First of all, as you can see here, this yellow target area here, this is the area, I explained it in detail in the last video, into which Bitcoin in this current wave 4, in which it still is a corrective wave, that's how I see it at the moment. This is the area where Bitcoin, with the highest likelihood, generally any asset in a wave 4 most likely gets into. And Bitcoin did get into it, even though it only touched it. But this is the area between the 38.2% Fibonacci retracement level and the 50% level. So between 32.1k and 34.2k. If we break above this level, this would increase the probabilities that the overall low is already in, because we then move above a certain level here, the 50% Fib level, which is a level where most wave 4s actually stop. So if it moves above that, especially with volume, which is very important to observe as well, when this happens, then this will increase the probabilities that the low is in. But really, I think above 40k, that's what I mentioned before, above 40k, and we have volume and the indicators are looking good, then I don't think that we will get down below 30k within, a short time frame. So this is currently how I see it, but why do I expect still primarily a lower low? So first of all, we have to acknowledge that a lot of people now expected like a 22k Bitcoin, 10k Bitcoin, yeah. And I already see people talk about now the opposite, yeah, the low is in and everything. So for me, I'm still focusing on my current wave count here and the current view of the chart, so that we haven't seen the lowest low yet, yeah. But I acknowledge the possibility we could, based on the fact that we reached my target area, yeah, which is just purely based on the Elliott Wave rules, which I'm just applying here. But I saw this wave pattern in November, and based on these rules, we needed to reach that area. We did reach it. The low could be in. But the short-term time frame, Elliott waves basically here, they don't suggest it yet, yeah. So we have here this W wave, an X wave, both a horrible structure for a breakout, and we are now moving up here in this wave Y. So in this wave Y, we certainly could still move a bit higher. We have a wave 4 within a wave, we've got here this ABC structure, yeah, and within this ABC, within the C wave, we've got this 5-wave structure in yellow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is an impulse, but within a wave C, within a wave Y, so it's corrective. I told you in the previous video when we were down here around 31.5k that we probably will move up once more in the wave 5. Now that happened, okay? So we peaked actually at the moment at 32.4k. Now it currently doesn't look like that wave 5 is over yet, because I can't really count a 5-wave move into this yet. I think there will be one more move up, yeah. This is currently how I see it, but it would be towards the end of the trend anyway, if this is like it is. So what we would expect after this wave, actually, after this wave Y, this wave 5, and this could extend further, I have to tell you, it could extend, I don't know that yet. We could get further into the target area. That is primarily what I expect. As I said, the wave 5 should still move a little bit higher. But after this wave Y then, and when we peak here in this target area, and maybe we even get all the way up to that 50% fib retracement at 34,200, then I would expect a sharp turnaround back into the wave 5. And as soon as we see an impulsive move up, and it would, then we will go down lower. And this would be indicated by a first, even on a short time frame, that's what I'm looking out for. If we see a first impulse to the downside, that will indicate that this sort of uptrend here in this wave Y is over, and that we are in reality really moving down here in this wave 5. So that is still what I primarily expect. I still expect the price to reach here 22k. Yeah? But for everybody, please, and I've repeated it in previous videos, and I repeat it again, the low could be in. So it's up to you if you buy. It won't get clearer. It won't get clearer. We are long-term in an accumulation phase, absolutely. That's how, based on all the Bitcoin indicators, we've got so many, look into bitcoin.com, you see so many indicators that are flashing accumulation for Bitcoin. But long-term, yeah. Short-term, I still expect to move down, but of course, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, nobody knows. What was very certain for me was to reach this target area below 28.7k. Yeah, we came into it, fantastic. And from my point of view, it's all done. And I'm basically now, my thinking is like leaning back and waiting for the turnaround. But it's impressive as well how quickly the sentiment can change. So I'm only talking about this because there have been so many comments today. You see people panic, just because of this leg up. You see people start to panic. It's crazy. But it's good to see that the crypto market is finally getting some movement back. But if you zoom out and look at where we actually come from, today is nothing. Yesterday this was nothing. At the moment, it's just one leg up. And we've seen numerous examples here in those moves down. There are numerous similar patterns in a wave 4 as well. This was a wave 4 before Christmas. You did the same thing. Yeah, you came down strongly, you moved up, came down, moved up again. This is exactly what we're doing now. And everybody was talking about a reversal pattern here. W, yeah. Everybody, not me. And here we had the same story. Yeah, you came down very strongly, and also here WXY. Everybody was talking about a reversal. We didn't. So here, W pattern. Yeah, of course. Now I'm like, okay, we reached the target area, so it's really a space of uncertainty at the moment. Yeah, and everybody has to understand that. Here, W, okay, could be a reversal pattern, sure, yeah, but the lower time frame Elliott Wave count doesn't suggest yet that we are going to break out. As I said to you, above the 50% fib retracement, above 34.2k, it gets much more likely that the low was in. But for me, it's really like confirmation above somewhere around 40k. Yeah, and that is just, unfortunately, we have to wait to that level to really get the confirmation. And however, this would then also probably be corrected down once more. We need to see now how this is going to develop. And of course, on this channel, I'll keep you updated. You know, if I see something interesting in the indicators, I'll let you know, and if it matches the price move, then I will let you know. And bear in mind, even if you waited till 40k and the price then goes to 150k, you are still very early. Well, okay, so we have to understand that. And again, it's everybody's individual decision to buy or not. I can't tell you. I can help you here to make sense of the charts, and I can communicate my own thoughts about this chart. But eventually, what you do is you have to decide it yourself. Channel members can see my own buy and sell orders on Discord. And based on these, I think most of these have triggered, not only for Bitcoin, but for the altcoins as well. Therefore, I'm happy. I'm just waiting for the move up. So we should all be prepared. Honestly, we should all be prepared. But I don't see it happen yet. Yeah, I think there will be one more leg down. Yeah, and it could be a significant one, and it could surprise a lot of people. All right, so hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership and maybe even the trading course I'm currently offering on morecryptoonline.com. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.